Yo, mic check, mic check. We have more scary TikToks that no one can explain. Let me know if you guys can hear me. This is a live video. Want to be sure you guys can hear me all right. How's everybody feeling today? We have E Mustang in the building. What's good? Life once lived. Mike in the building. Early gang. What's good? How are you guys feeling today? Teaspoon. What's good, baby? Excellent. We're going to get straight to business on this video. How's that sound? For my early gang. Loud and groovy. Honey Love in the building. I'm trying to get my chat popped up. Try. I get it. Let me try typing it in. See if that would do it. Ayisidin. Houston, Texas in the building. Young Swivel. Man, I love you guys. All right. I got chat up. So let's dive straight in. I got my water. I'm prepared today. What up, Mo? Rage Reacts. You're amazing and fun person to watch. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I try to keep it entertaining. Florida in the building. Tanya, I see you with your purple life vest. Let's go. All right, guys. We have some crazy artifacts to react to today. And I want to try diving in on Google Earth, something I never really did before. I figure we can learn together. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you're watching on your TV, click around till you see that thumbs up and go ahead and click it for your boy. Go ahead and share it as well on all social medias because we're diving in deep. Activate submersible. We're diving in deep today.
Enormous bones, petrified beings, and ancient remains hinting at a forgotten race.
Skeletons that measured between 7 and 8 feet in height, which for ancient man would have been rather significant.
Each discovery makes the old stories of giants sound less like myths and more like hidden truths. But the mystery doesn't end in ancient ruins.
Of human history, there were giants on Earth.
It reaches into modern history, and you won't believe what the soldiers in Kandahar encountered.
An elusive creature.
Back in 2002, rumors spread about...
I really think that there was, giants back in those days, like people that was extraordinarily large walking around just healthy. Okay. Let's go. We got our chat popped up. Let's get it.
Soldiers in Afghanistan encountering a massive being, what many called a Nephilim giant. The government never released any official footage or statement, keeping the story buried for years. But a leaked video later surfaced online in 2020, showing a giant figure walking through a deserted valley.
An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down.
Right after this video, another leaked video surfaced online. It was an interview with one of the soldiers who described what happened. His unit was sent into a remote area after another patrol went missing. Near a cave, they found scattered bones and broken radio parts. Then something charged out, towering over them, red-haired and incredibly fast. For nearly 30 seconds, chaos erupted. After that, silence. And that's where his story ended. But the mystery of the Nephilim giants is still a topic of discussion.
You were in Afghanistan in 2002, and you were called into a very remote section of Afghanistan because a patrol had basically gone missing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
There's no villages around
nothing
for miles.
Right. It was a nice path, good path. So instantly we're thinking ambush, maybe animal, you know, could be anything.
Petrified giant.
Yeah, that Kandahar giant, that story is wild. I even came across, I believe, a story where one guy was saying that his family was feeding them for a while. I forgot what they were feeding them, but for some reason only the females could go up and feed the Kandahar giant. I know, it was crazy. If it's allegedly, this is all allegedly, of course. Your Shadow, what's good? How you guys feeling today? Thank you for joining your boy live. We're just warming up, getting this party started.
While passing through the mountain ranges of Israel in 2021, a tourist spotted something that didn't look quite real. At first, he thought it was just a trick of the light, a large, odd-shaped rock. But as he moved closer, he realized it was something far more unusual, a giant figure turned entirely to stone. The figure appeared peaceful, sitting as if it had once been alive, and simply paused in time. Looking at it, he couldn't help but think.
I mean, you could kind of see it. You could definitely see a face, you know, but the rest of the body is just kind of weird. Like, are these his arms going into him just sitting down, accepting the petrification? Like, it's coming. Like, it, whenever we see like these old looking, petrified looking beings, it makes you think like something rapid happened, like something fast. You know what I'm saying? They're not always all sprawled out, you know, like they in tree sap or something. It's like something fast happened.
Think maybe ancient stories about giants weren't stories.
I do see like the little Batman ears. Nameless Nick in the building. Let's go, Conspiracy Gamer.
After all, and this was a petrified one. Stone Rider.
This is giving me some Horseman vibes or the Ghost Rider. I've just learned there's different Ghost Riders. You got one that drives a car, and there's one that rides a horse, and another one rides a Mustang.
Near the ruins of Pompeii, archaeologists discovered something hauntingly beautiful. The remains of a horse, still wearing its saddle and harness. The creature looked frozen mid-step, as if waiting for someone who never returned. The volcanic ash that buried Pompeii had preserved the moment perfectly, capturing every tiny detail for thousands of years. Scientists were fascinated not just by the horse itself, but by how much it revealed about life back then. It was a silent witness to a world stopped in time, standing as if ready to ride again. Guardian in stone. While studying an ancient mountain range, geologists noticed a small cave entrance carved high above the ground. Inside, the light caught something extraordinary, a massive face etched deep into the stone wall. It looked almost alive, as if silently observing those who entered. The carvings appeared ancient, possibly created by a lost civilization. Some believe it once guarded sacred grounds, while others think it marks something hidden within. Whatever its purpose, the mountain face feels less like simple rock and more like a silent keeper of secrets long forgotten. Mountain face. A YouTuber flew his drone above a stretch of green mountains in 2022. Everything looked calm until one frame revealed something strange.
This is giving me some Dynasty Warrior vibes. Some Liu Bei, Wu Dynasty.
Huge face carved into the mountainside. The eyes, the nose, the mouth, all perfectly shaped, like nature had sculpted a person. The YouTuber thought he'd discovered something never seen before. Maybe a sleeping giant or an ancient guardian. Excited, he shared the clip online. But when people took a closer look, the mystery unfolded differently. He hadn't found a secret face at all. It was Mount Rushmore, hiding in plain sight. Petrified croc. Deep in the woods of Austin, Texas, a group of friends stumbled upon something extraordinary. Near a pile of rocks lay what first appeared to be an animal's body, but as they brushed away the dirt, they realized it was a petrified giant crocodile, possibly hundreds of years old.
Somebody said Genghis Khan. That might have been him. All types of crazy theories about Genghis Khan. Especially when you start diving into the Great Wall of Tartaria. Like, who are they fighting on the other side? What's that? Matt Damon. It was like a Great Wall of China movie with like Great Damon. You know, they were fighting some monsters on the other side of that wall. I wish we could watch that all together. I would play it right now. I'd turn around and we'll be chilling. We'll be watching that. And that's one feature they need to come out.
Its jaw stretched wide, its teeth still visible, and its size was far beyond anything they had ever seen. Standing before it, they imagined how powerful it must have been when alive, the true ruler of its time, now frozen in stone. Frozen legacy. A man in New York claims his family has been keeping an incredible secret for decades. A frozen Bigfoot hidden.
Oh my goodness. There's no way this is real. He's saying he kept a frozen Bigfoot in his freezer. There's no way.
In a private underground room. According to him, the creature was found on September 23rd, 1953 by his father. They named it Jimmy. It looked almost human, covered in thick hair with 5 fingers, 5 toes, and weighing more than 300 pounds. At first, they planned to hand it over to a zoo, but when it regained movement and became restless, they froze it instead. Now, 70 years later, Jimmy still lies preserved, watched over by the next generation of the same family. Cave of Giants. Deep in a remote mountain region, explorers stumbled upon a cave unlike any they'd seen before. Its walls were covered in strange carvings, patterns that looked deliberate, almost like stories etched in stone. Then they saw it, a massive face carved into the rock.
Yeah, this gives me carved vibes more than it being petrified. I mean, it looks like someone pressed their thumb to like create the beard. That's just what I'm getting.
Its eyes hollow but lifelike. It resembled a giant frozen mid-thought, watching anyone who entered. The deeper they went, the more signs they found, symbols hinting at a civilization far older than history remembers. Scientists later called it natural erosion, but the carvings felt too intentional. Standing there in the flicker of a flashlight, it was hard not to feel like the legends of giants might hold a bit of truth.
Oh my goodness.
Giant turtle.
Do you see this? Do you see this? It's nature and it's
Giants discovered. The team of archaeologists exploring Krabi Cave in Thailand in 2017 came across something no one expected, a massive skeleton lying deep inside the cave.
And it's almost like something surrounding it. Like, I don't know if that's trying to be snake. What's the word I'm looking for? A snake fossil, maybe? If it is real. Because this doesn't look like your normal skeleton. Almost like something surrounding it.
The bone stretched almost 12 meters long, leaving everyone stunned. Strangely, the team didn't move the remains. They decided to keep everything untouched. Once their study ended, the discovery was open to the public, drawing visitors from across the world. People still visit to stand before the giant that once ruled its land. No one knows what kind of being it was, but looking at its size, it's easy to imagine it was once one of the strongest creatures to ever exist. Giant hand. In the middle of Chile's Atacama Desert, a giant hand rises from the sand, fingers reaching toward the sky. Drivers passing by often stop, unsure of what they're
That is crazy.
looking at. It seems almost alive, like something trapped beneath the earth trying to reach the surface. But as you walk closer, you see it's a sculpture, built as a reminder of human pain and strength. Standing alone in the quiet desert, it almost feels like it's speaking without words, telling a story about struggle, hope, and survival. Hidden Face. A wildlife expert exploring a quiet forest expected to record sounds of animals, not faces in trees, but among the
Hold on. You know what this reminds me of? The scene where Scorpion on Mortal Kombat, the Scorpion level, where the trees had faces. I gotta pull it up. You guys gotta see this. Let me show you something. Scorpion level Mortal Kombat. Trees with faces. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Tell me those trees don't look exactly like these. Jason! You gotta look at it. Now look at this. That is crazy. Do they know something on Mortal Kombat we didn't know, guys? One more time. Jason! And you guys know those things start talking too, right? Let me see. Let me show you something. Fire Marshal Bill. Mortal Kombat trees. Yeah. Images. Jason. That is crazy. You guys see that? It's wild. All right, let's go back. Let's see what they're saying about these Mortal Kombat trees.
thick woods, he found an old tree with a pattern on its bark that stopped him in his tracks. Deep in the rough texture was what looked like a human-like face, shaped naturally by the tree itself. The formation was eerie, almost lifelike, reminding him of a spirit trapped in the wood. To some, it was just nature's random design, but for him, it felt like the forest had frozen a soul in silence, a watcher hidden in plain sight.
That is crazy. And this next one, this really could be real. I believe we can visit this one, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if we can find it.
Ancient footprint.
Look at this. There's the You know when you...
Hidden in the rugged landscape of South Africa lies something that looks impossible. A giant footprint pressed into solid granite. Standing nearly 4 feet tall, the shape is so clear that it's hard to call it a coincidence. Some scientists say erosion carved it naturally, while others believe the precision can't be explained that
Look at it. It's almost like somebody was running up. Like something was chasing it, then it just went full, took 3 steps running vertical. Because it'll be kind of hard for me to see like a 90-degree rock laying on its ground and then it just rises up like this. I don't know. It could be possible, but it's like, man, what made this? They didn't cut their toenails. Look how long their toenails is. They toenails cutting into the rock with each powerful step. This is in South Africa too. Activate submersible. Let's see. It's really going on. South Africa. Giant footprint. It already popped up. Wow, you can go visit this. Look. Where is it? All right, let's see if we can find it on Google Maps. Let's see if we can find it. I want to get my Google Maps on, okay? Uh-oh, it's working. Oh, y'all, this is where it's at. Where's the footprint at? All right, we got a school. Giant's foot, we found it. Hey, I feel like we just unlocked something. Guys, you know how powerful this is? Look, we found a giant's foot. Look at this. This is serious, guys. We just literally found this together. Do you know what this means? Every single artifact we find on these waters, we got to be able to track it. If somebody just says, oh, a petrified foot, we need to know where is it at. Can we find it? This is unlocking a whole new dimension to these artifacts. Does Google Earth? We got to look it up. Somebody said Google footprint, giant footprint achieved, unlocked. Guys, this is serious. Look at it. He's looking at those toenails. He's like, man, something powerful stepped here. He's soaking it in. Something powerful stepped here, man. Hey, this just changed the game. Y'all just don't know. We are literally Googling Earth everything. Where do y'all want to go next? We could do it all. If we can find this, we can do it all, y'all. Let me bookmark this. We got to start bookmarking our adventures. Activate submersible. I got to bookmark this, y'all. Every adventure we go on, I'm bookmarking. Description. Darkwater 9 Adventures. Waters 9 Adventures. There it is. We got the coordinates. I got the location, y'all. I got the ground elevation. Look, I can show you better than I can tell you, baby. Hey, Houston! Darkwater 9 Adventures. We got the location. It's bookmarked, okay? We're going to have a whole Dark Waters 9 treasure map pretty soon. Let's go. All right, let's get back to it, y'all. Y'all got me excited. The Google Earth was a success. Count it. Find me a cathedral with some rose windows and we'll pull it up on Google Map. Submersible activated. You already know. What's going on, Moses? Keep your head on a straight swivel out here, y'all. I cannot stress it enough. Keep your head on a straight swivel. You gotta put that straight swivel. You don't say swivel. You gotta say swivel. Straight swivel.
That easily. What makes it more unbelievable is its estimated age, anywhere between 200 million and 3 billion years old. Whether it's a natural wonder or a trace of something beyond imagination, the site continues to make everyone who visits stop, stare, and question what else might be buried beneath our feet.
We want to really appreciate this spectacular bit of human history. They were giants on Earth.
Tide Mummy.
Guys, we need the coordinates. Start writing some coordinates down because we're going to start taking more frequent Google Earth breaks. And I need the address so we can punch it into Google Maps. That's how it's going to work.
During excavations in Peru, researchers uncovered a mummy unlike any other. The remains belong to a man sitting in a...
How many people we got in here? I don't see the likes. I don't see how many people we got in here. Uh-oh. Someone just became a member. I did see that. Stacy in the building has just became a member. Welcome to Dark Waters 9. Let me get your life vest because you are going to need it on these waters.
Tightly bound fetal position, his hands covering most of his face. The posture looked almost like he was hiding from something. This unique find, over 800 years old, left experts with more questions than answers. Some believe the position shows signs of shame or punishment, while others see it as part of an ancient ritual. The ropes, the gesture, and the silence around his story give this discovery an unspoken mystery that continues to fascinate archaeologists and visitors alike. Canyon face.
How many people we got in here? 546. Let's go, man. Let's try to at least match half. If I can get half of the likes to half the views, that would be amazing. The Discord. Oh, yes. The Discord. I'm trying to get it back in action, y'all. Shout out to my Discord moderator. Help keeping it clean.
A group of hikers exploring the canyons of Greece stopped in disbelief when they saw a face, enormous and carved into the rock walls ahead. From a distance, it looked alive, as if a giant had been caught mid-stare, frozen in stone. They zoomed in with their cameras, but the shape stayed the same. A perfect face formed by nature itself, or maybe by something long forgotten.
That looks terrifying. That view right there, that's terrifying. But once you get closer, I guess it just was a ghost or something.
forgotten. Some call it a natural illusion, while others think it
Skeleton clown.
could be the trace of ancient beings lost to time. Whatever it was, that canyon left every visitor with the same uneasy feeling that something was watching. Tree giant.
Uh-oh. Wow, look at the animation. That's cool. Cat with the 499. Let's go. It isn't snowing yet, but that deserves a backflip. Do I still got it? The 499? Hayesen! Hayesen! Thank you, Cat. The 499 snowmobile backflip.
Of the giant sequoia tree.
In Portland, Oregon, an arborist thought he'd found a boulder, but it turned out to be something far older. Hidden beneath the soil was a petrified tree stump, almost 5 million years old. It belonged to
5 million. How did they get these numbers?
a giant sequoia that once towered over ancient forests. A landslide buried it long ago, sealing it from air and slowly turning the wood into stone. Now it shines white and smooth, resembling the famous Devil's Tower in Wyoming. This ancient tree stands as a silent memory of a world that existed before humans ever walked the earth.
I love the giant trees too, you know. Activate submersible. Let's head to Devil's Tower real quick. Let's see if we can punch it in. All right. Let's see. How would we do this? Bring up Google Earth. Hold on, let me take us to the space brig. This is where we talk about Google Earth activities. Hold on, let me get it. Where is it? Hayesen! All right. All right, y'all. While we're up here in our Google Earth capsule, we're looking down, trying to see our next mission of where we're about to go. And our next destination is some people theorize as a giant petrified tree stump, aka Devil's Tower. I believe it's located in Wyoming. There it is. It's right there. Okay, we're gonna go right there, y'all. Another destination marked. And look, there it is, y'all. You guys want to talk about tree? Look, you can see it. You can see it from damn near outer space. Look. Oh, y'all, this changes the game, man. Tell me this doesn't change the game. Where's my music? Anything. Yeah, there it is. It's changing the game. We can look up whatever we want. This brings a whole new dynamic. First person mode, activate. What is going on here? They are on the tree? No, this is crazy. Look at how clean cut that is. Enoch, they tell us these trees were labored at. Look at the clean precision cut. No, go back. Dang. Imagine how big this tree was. Imagine how tall. It would just keep going. It's still going, y'all. It'll probably be like up here. It'll probably stop like right here. And if it stopped like right there, do you know how far you could see? You could see Devil's Tower from Yellowstone. How crazy would that be? Somebody just threw me a 5. Let's go. Flat? Yo, Chuck, I watch your videos every night at work. Thanks for giving me good stuff to watch. Keep it up, my man. Hey, I appreciate you. This is definitely, we're diving into a new tool on the tool belt called Google Earth. And I just find it extremely fascinating that we can almost look at this and visualize how tall it could have possibly been. All right, one more time. I just wanted to see it again, honestly. Where's the real Devil's Tower? Oh, there it is. It's not hard to miss, is it? I want a street view. The visitor center, you know you gotta stop there. Whoa. Hey, what's good, Golden? Welcome to the live. We're just looking for something in the sky. There it is. Sheesh. What are we supposed to do? Somebody stood on top of it. Somebody stood on top and gave us a picture. There's no way. This was literally on top of the mountain. I mean, on top of Devil's Tower. I'm looking over there at these. Those might be suspect over there. Look at that view. You know, that reminds me of Homeward Bound for some reason. That used to be my show, Homeward Bound. All right, y'all, let's move on. That's pretty cool. All right, take us back to the space bridge. If I can find it. Take us back to the space bridge. Yeah, that was crazy, y'all. Let's keep going on this on these artifacts. This party's just getting started, y'all. If you're just joining us, we're having fun on Google Earth. We found a giant's foot in Africa. We all traveled there together. We took our airship and we went and saw the giant's foot in Africa. Now we're going to continue this video. We're not even halfway done yet on that last video, y'all. And I got some other stuff in store for us, so we're going to be here a while. So you better lock in and buckle up, bucko.
The Earth. Unusual skeleton. While searching for fossils, a group of researchers stumbled upon something that made them pause. A skeleton unlike anything they'd ever seen. Its skull was unusually long, its limbs oddly shaped, and its overall form didn't match any known creature on Earth. The bones looked almost staged, as if pulled from a science fiction film, but they were real, buried deep in the ground. Some think it's a deformed human, others whisper it might not be from our world at all. Whatever it is, one thing's certain, this discovery doesn't fit comfortably.
It's a cone head, man. You know who else got that dome piece? Let me show you. Let me show you who else got that dome piece. You're not going to believe it when you see this. Elongated. I'm trying to find it, but they're not showing it. Man, that would have been a good laugh if I could pull it off. Let me see. Let me try one more time. Let me try.
NASA science.
Hold it. What was I looking for again? Oh, yeah. Well, I can't find it. But I guess these cone heads are real to a certain degree. You know the movie Coneheads? Check this out. Because when we were looking at this, we were looking at this mummy inside with this dome piece. That got me thinking that whatever's inside here we got different species. So there may be a little truth to this.
Within science's usual explanations. Stone serpent. Deep in the jungles of northern Thailand stands a rock formation unlike any other. A massive stone shaped like a coiled cobra. Discovered in 2021, this snake rock rises 50 feet tall and has quickly become a place of mystery and awe.
What a absolute outstanding place to be. Can you imagine just sitting there, your arms just taking in nature, listening to the waterfalls? Man, what an amazing spot.
Locals say it's the form of a serpent god turned to stone to protect the land.
Grand rising to the dark waters. Brad with the $2 donation. Let's go.
Shamans warn that those who mock it might face strange misfortunes. Some visitors even claim to hear faint hissing after sunset. Every day, offerings of fruit and incense are left nearby to keep the stone serpent resting peacefully. Crocodile tombs. While digging in a sandy region of Egypt known as Kubat al-Hawa, archaeologists uncovered something beyond ordinary. Beneath the golden dunes lay several crocodile mummies, perfectly preserved for nearly 2,000 years. Each one was carefully wrapped, just like human mummies from ancient times. The discovery showed how deeply Egyptians respected animals, believing they had sacred ties to their gods. Experts think these crocodiles were honored through rituals or kept as spiritual protectors in the afterlife. This rare find not only revealed the skill of ancient preservation, but also gave a glimpse into how people once saw nature and spirit as one. Frozen Sea King. In early 2022, scientists in the UK uncovered a creature that looked straight out of another world. Buried beneath layers of earth was a massive marine reptile. And
Yo, Chad just joined. Welcome. Welcome to becoming an official member. I'm going to give you your life vest because you're going to need it. Hi, Jason.
Ichthyosaur, almost 33 feet long, with a skull heavier than a small car. Its shape looked part dolphin, part crocodile, but entirely from another age. It had lived in ancient seas nearly 180 million years ago, long before humans existed. For the archaeologists, it wasn't just a fossil, it was a frozen piece of history, preserved so perfectly that it felt like time had paused just to keep its story alive. Mini unicorn.
Ugh.
Unidentified remains.
Inside an old house once owned by Dr. Zeke, scientists stumbled upon something no one expected. A tiny creature in a wooden box with glass on top. It was just 11 inches long, with spiral horns on its head and nose, and even had...
That's crazy, y'all. A real unicorn? I believe the Bible talks about a unicorn once, but I think that people were saying that it really was meaning rhinos, is what I was getting from it. Interesting. You know what this reminds me of? You guys remember that, what was it? The Lamb of Tartary? We gotta pull it up, because this is what the vibes is giving me. Lamb of Tartary. How could you guys forget about this? If there's one you gotta remember, it's gotta be this one. Hey, Jason! Look. We actually found one right here. Look at this thing. They're saying this is an actual plant that moved around. Like a lamb. You know? How crazy is this? It's absolutely insane. That's definitely the vibes I'm getting. You know? Tree meat. What is tree meat? These plants, like if you can imagine a plant that's connected, that basically it's a lamb that moves around connected to a plant is the best way I can describe it. We do not have a video of it, I don't think, but how crazy would that be? It's like a folklore, I guess. And people have documented eating it tastes sweet. So that's something else to think about. Somebody said alchemy. Oliver has become the buckled up bucko. Welcome. Please let me give you your life vest because you're going to need it on these waters. All right, let's get back to it.
Little white teeth still intact. They named it Item Z793A. The discovery, made on September 1st, 2007, has researchers puzzled. Is it a clever creation, or could it hint at something mythical once real? For now, this strange little baby unicorn remains a mystery locked in science's hands. Giants of Lovelock.
Skeletons that measured between 7 and 8 feet in height, which for ancient man would have been rather significant.
In Nevada.
Hold it. We just got a dono from ADX2 with the 10. I'm not sure what that is. With the $10. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I believe that's from Australia. It kind of looks like this next video's leading to the outback, doesn't it?
Nevada's Lovelock Cave, archaeologists unearthed something that challenged everything we know about history. Deep inside the cave, they found enormous bones, ancient tools, and pieces of clothing far too big for any normal human. Locals whispered that these belonged to the red-haired giants, a mysterious tribe said to have vanished centuries ago. The evidence didn't fully prove the legend, but it didn't deny it either. Standing inside that dark cave, it was hard not to feel that maybe, once upon a time, something much larger walked the same ground we do today.
Clothing, which was so big, looked as though they were worn by giants.
Sleeping Dragon. In 2011, a heavy machine operator in northern Alberta spotted something strange in the dirt, a chunk of rock covered in odd patterns. When scientists examined it, they realized it wasn't rock at all, but the fossilized skin of a huge creature that once roamed the earth. The shape still looked like a dragon caught in sleep, 18 feet long and weighing nearly 3,000 pounds. Experts said it belonged to a nodosaur, an armored dinosaur that had drifted into the sea millions of years ago. ago. What made it extraordinary was how perfectly preserved it was, as if time itself had refused to let it go. Iron burials. Archaeologists exploring a quiet Bulgarian village in 2012 called Sozopol found something that instantly stood out. 2 skeletons buried with heavy iron rods driven through their chests.
To prevent suspected would-be vampires from turning into vampires, a group of brave men reopened their graves in the middle of the night and pierced the corpses with an iron or wooden rod.
The bones were around 700 years old, dating back to medieval times, and locals believe the rods were meant to stop them from rising again.
That sounds like it's out of a straight video game, you know, like on Diablo. Pretty much any game with skeletons, you gotta hit them twice, you know, to make sure they're out of there. You know, like you got the first one while they're moving around, then again to make sure they're dead. You know, that's with any video game with skeletons. And it looks like this country, whatever they had going on here, it was something extra. How terrifying. Where did they say this was again?
To prevent suspected would-be vampires from turning into vampires, a group of brave men reopened their graves in the middle of the night and pierced the corpses with an iron or wooden rod.
The bones were around 700 years old, dating back to medieval times, and locals believe the rods were meant to stop them from rising again. Back then, people lived in deep fear of those who might return after life ended, so they buried them with iron stakes or special rituals. Out of nearly 700 graves discovered in the same area, only 2 had this treatment. That rare detail made scientists wonder what exactly made these 2 so different from the rest.
The interesting thing is that vampire cases were relatively rare, because in Sozopol we unearthed 700 Christian graves and found only 2 traces of anti-vampire manipulation.
Unknown footprints.
Can somebody tell me what the hell that is?
In a small Kentucky town, a man walked outside his home one morning and froze in disbelief. Pressed deep into the snow were massive footprints.
Sully from Monsters, Inc.
Far too large for any person, and with 3 wide, claw-like toes. He grabbed his camera, pacing around them again and again, trying to make sense of what he was seeing. The shape looked fresh, the stride impossibly long. That night, curiosity turned into unease. He set up a camera, hoping to catch what had passed by, but nothing returned, just the wind sweeping across the snow, leaving behind questions that no one could answer.
I came out to feed my dogs. I want y'all to look at this shit.
Faces in stone. Sometimes, nature plays tricks that feel almost alive. Across the world, mountain slopes have been spotted with shapes that look exactly like human faces. Huge, ancient, and carved with uncanny detail. From afar, they appear like giants watching over the land, their features formed by nothing but wind.
Yo, thank you for the gift, Eric. I appreciate that.
Rain and time. Centuries ago, travelers used these faces as markers and even offered prayers to them, believing they were their ancestors frozen in stone. Scientists now call them natural rock formations, but standing before one, it's easy to feel that quiet, watching presence, as if the mountain itself remembers who once walked beneath it. Eternal companions.
Animal mummies were very common in ancient Egypt. It probably started out quite gently with pet mummies, because people who loved their pets wanted the pets with them in their afterlife.
In ancient Egypt, people didn't just preserve their loved ones, they also mummified their pets. Archaeologists have found carefully wrapped animals like cats, birds, and even crocodiles. Some were beloved companions, buried beside their owners to join them in the afterlife. Others were offered to the gods as sacred gifts. One beautifully preserved dog still has its tail curled, as if ready to wag again. These animal mummies...
That is absolutely terrifying. Dang.
revealed just how deeply Egyptians cared for the creatures around them, not only in life, but in eternity too. It's a touching reminder that love for pets has always been timeless.
Cut off the wingtips and the feet, and then they put the sort of liver and gizzards inside. So if you want gravy in the afterlife, you have everything you need for that.
All right, we got a couple of new members. Nick Nameless has become the Buckled Up Bucko. Welcome. And Brandon as well. There are your life vests. You are going to need it on these waters.
Riverbed Skull.
There we go. There we go. Yes.
There's no way he just found this on camera.
Oh, it is a bear. It is definitely a bear skull.
During an outdoor trek in the Pacific Northwest, a group of explorers noticed something unusual buried in the muddy riverbed. A massive skull half covered in dirt and water. At first glance, they assumed it belonged to a bear. But as they cleaned it, the shape looked nothing like any known animal. The jawline, the teeth, and the size all hinted at something closer to a large primate, yet not quite human either. Some even noticed what appeared to be a small hole on the skull's surface, adding more mystery to it. Whether it was a rare discovery or something far beyond science, no one could say for sure.
Bigfoot skull is maybe what I was thinking.
People of Pompeii. In the ruins of Pompeii, two human figures were found lying side by side, preserved just as they were when Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD. Layers of ash had sealed their final moments, keeping even the folds of their clothes visible. Archaeologists could tell their ages, postures, and even what they were doing when time stood still. These remains aren't just archaeological finds. They're frozen memories from the day the city turned to stone. Every detail captured in ash tells the silent story of lives that once moved, laughed, and then suddenly became part of history itself. Uluru Giant.
Pompeii. You guys don't want to hear my theory on volcanoes. That they're ancient landfills. Let's take it to the maps. I want to see Pompeii's volcano. Let's take a look at it together. If I can spell Pompeii correctly. In Italy. Oh, we getting fancy now. Take me to Italy. Here we are. Now they're saying a giant volcano has to be nearby. Oh, there it is. That did not take long to find. Yeah, man, you guys do not want to hear my theory on volcanoes. Ancient landfills. I know it sounds crazy. It's not a crater. Ooh, we can look up craters too? I'm trying to get us a good photo. Is it still active? There are literally like no photos we can do nearby. Oh, never mind. Let's get us a good photo. A Yason. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is Pompeii, y'all. We were in Wyoming. Now we're in Devil's Tower. We were in Devil's Tower. Now we're in Pompeii. Looking at this ancient landfill. The question you guys should be asking yourselves, if this is an ancient landfill, How did they do it? Look at the angles on this, guys. The angles. This is absolutely crazy. And this literal water around it? Oh no, that's not water. Oh, we in the slumps. They got us in the slumps. Pompeii. This is crazy. Knowing that right down the road is a giant volcano. Come on, where's the volcano? There you are. I wonder what it's like having like a view towards the volcano. That's what I want to see, like a view. Parking lot view. You just look up the ways. Bam, volcano. Look at that. You're just out there riding your bike at this park. You look up like, oh, that's that giant volcano. That's very cool stuff, guys. I almost want to take us to Egypt, but I feel like we should wait till we do like an episode in Egypt. We go all through there, y'all. Whatever's on this earth in the inner wall. Wherever you guys want to go in the inner wall, we can go. We can go in the outer wall if you really want. But look, we're not going any further than that inner wall, guys. You see how they got us, man. Ain't nothing I can do about this, all right? So long as it's in the inner wall, we can look for it, okay? All right, let's get back.
In 2014, archaeologists working near Uluru in Australia came across a discovery that left them speechless. A skeleton over 5 meters long. The enormous remains didn't match any known species and were found alongside traces of what seemed to be an ancient civilization. Experts debated whether it was a case of extreme gigantism or evidence of something entirely unknown. Professor Hans Zimmer from the University of Adelaide cautioned that it was too early to conclude, calling for further research. Still, the thought of a towering being once walking this land has kept curiosity alive among researchers and locals alike. Buried hands. Somewhere beneath Egypt's golden sands, a strange discovery caught the world's attention. A group of scientists uncovered deep pits hidden near what seemed to be an ancient palace site. Inside, they found something that didn't fit any known record. Enormous human-like hands preserved for...
All right, somebody is saying look up the Notre Dame rose windows. Okay, I see you. Rose windows. We about to do it now. You done peer pressured me into looking up some rose windows. So now we got to do it, okay? And I'm actually interested myself. Notre Dame. Do I just type in rose windows? I need an address. Let's do cathedral. Notre Dame Cathedral. Damn. Add it. Add it to our adventure. So when we got to come back here, it'll be easier. All right, man. I'm trying to see the Notre Dame Cathedral. Okay? How do I move this? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's look at Notre Dame. Are you gonna make us zoom in? Because we could zoom in. And we can see all that we need. Hold it. Is it under construction or what? You better tilt. Oh, here it is. Y'all wanted to see it. I know they got views. Wow. Guys. Look at this. Look at those giant doors. Giant biblical mans was walking through those doors with the King James in their right hand. Giant men were walking in and out of this giant church, handling business. Oh, it had the fire. That's why it looks like that. Because I'm looking like there's something missing right there. Yeah. Caught fire. We're on their dome piece. We're doing Operation Project Ring camera to every cathedral that's left. So we can take a better eye on it. But I'm telling you right now, all these buildings are connected. You see this building? This building, this building. I'm telling you, just like this, all these buildings are connected to this cathedral underground. That's the crazy part. It goes under the streets. All these old world buildings are connected just like how we see this city. Look how busy this city is. Paris, that is a city. Man, I do not like the city. I'm country. I'll be in and out if I gotta be in the city. Stick and move in the city. We do not want to stay around long. All the cars, the congestion, it just feel claustrophobic. All right, one more view, y'all. I'm trying to see these pink. Somebody put me onto this, talking about, we gotta see the pink rose windows. I'm doing my best, okay? Absolutely insane. Can we go down this street? I guess not. There you have it. I wonder if they have another cathedral. Oh, this looks important. The Gothic Mansion? That is something haunted off Scooby-Doo, isn't it? The Gothic Mansion. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's up to no good. Straight out of a Scooby-Doo movie. Somebody sleep. Damn, you can be all in their business. He tired. It's been a long day. They looking, it must be a field trip. field trip going on or something.
Ages. Some rested close to a throne chamber, others scattered outside its walls. Their size was far beyond anything human, almost mythical. No one knows who they belonged to or why they were buried this way, but the find hints that ancient Egypt might still be guarding stories too old for history to remember. Eternal Pair. During an excavation in Leicestershire back in 2008, archaeologists made a discovery that felt deeply human and hauntingly mysterious. They uncovered two skeletons lying side by side, their hands still joined together after centuries. The remains dated to the 14th century, and each figure stood unusually tall, nearly 8 feet. No written record explained who they were or why they were buried this way, but their position spoke for itself. Two people, bound by something strong enough to last through hundreds of years of soil and silence. Clay Army.
Did he just say Clay Army? Did he just disrespect the Terracotta Warriors?
In 1974, farmers digging for water in China unearthed something no one could have imagined. Rows of life-sized clay warriors standing beneath the earth. Each face was different, sculpted with care centuries ago. As experts examined the site, they learned the figures were created for Emperor Qin Shi Huang, built over 2,000 years ago to guard him beyond life. What began as a small village well turned into one of history's greatest archaeological discoveries. Today, that silent army still stands. Thousands of soldiers, frozen mid-watch, protecting their emperor for eternity.
All right, let's see if we can do Terracotta Warriors. I want to look up Terracotta Warriors. Wuxing Dynasty. Oh! Save our project. We gotta save our project, of course. We want to see the Terracotta Warriors. Is this China? Yeah, we definitely in China, y'all. Look, it's right off the highway. They got highways just like us. You gotta get off the G30. I'm trying to go to the Terracotta Warriors. Oh, you just gotta get off the G30. Go to the Emperor Qin Shi Huang's Site Museum. The Terracotta Relics. Oh, they ain't sharing no pictures. Y'all gotta share more than... All y'all got is one picture for us? Oh, y'all gotta do better than that. I'm about to go to the Wuxing Dynasty and raise hell. Y'all ain't got enough pictures for your Terracotta Warriors display. All you got is the entrance. I said, y'all gotta pay that ticket. All y'all got is one photo? I'm mad. That's crazy. We done flew all the way down here. Y'all just got one mangy photo of the entrance. That's okay. We'll be back. I'm gonna flood Google's photos if I ever go. They might hit people with no photos, though, you know, when you go to places like that. They say, oh, no photos. You can't use no photos.
Giant discovery. In 2012, a team of researchers in Argentina made a discovery that could rewrite everything we know about Earth's giants. While digging through rocky terrain, they uncovered enormous dinosaur bones, 24 vertebrae from the tail, along with parts of a pelvis and chest plate. The size alone suggested something far greater than the Argentinosaurus, which was already believed to be the largest dinosaur ever found. If this new titanosaur truly existed, it would have been a colossal creature, possibly over 100 tons. Scientists are now searching for leg bones to confirm its full size, a find that might prove Earth once held beings far larger than we ever imagined. Sea Titan.
100-million-year-old dinosaur fossil in WA, the Elasmosaurus.
In the heart of Western Queensland, scientists uncovered something that stunned even the experts. The world's first fully intact Elasmosaurus fossil. This marine reptile, around 100 million years old, was found with its head still attached to its body. And
all right, what are you guys saying? No kidding. They got a flood of liquid mercury for all those spaceships buzzing over there. Yeah, like people haven't even went into the Emperor's room because I guess it has booby traps or something like that. St. Giles Cathedral in Scotland. Ooh. A cathedral in Scotland? You guys know me too well. You guys know me. No! I just exited out of... But here, I can bring it back. Activate submersible. I can bring it back, y'all. I have no fear. What was it called? Google Earth? I might have to become a member. That's Google Earth. Immersive. Look at this. All right, we're going to Scotland. Forget everything we told you. We got to go to Scotland. Edinburgh. I don't know where we're at. Okay, dismiss. There it is. All right. St. Giles. All right, let's see if we got some pictures. Okay, we got some pictures. Let's take a look at this cathedral. Oh. Is that those? Are those the rose windows? Dang. This is serious. Guys, we can look up anything. I really want to do Egypt, man. We're probably going to do Egypt all day tomorrow, honestly. We just need to pick a day and just go through cities. Like have a day we just go through Scotland. You know what? Let's step outside. Let's see what they got to eat nearby. Let's get us some virtual food or something. Take our time. Where would you eat at? Oh, we can go up here? Oh, we can go to the top? Oh, we can be nosy too. Look at all these people. Oh, wow. They're getting down at the gift shops. Creator spotlight. They TikToking. What, they setting up for a family show? Oh no, a street performer. A magician, it looks like. But I am interested in this water fountain. You guys see this? It's got the reindeer on the edge. Hold on, let's back up. I want to see the other side of that. Yeah. St. Walter Francis. Look at this view. What is this? I got some mountains over there. Look at this view, though. Look at this building. This is all in Scotland? I am sleeping on Scotland. Scotland's like a British Chicago. Can I say that? That doesn't sound right. It's like a low-key Chicago. Why would y'all get me started on Scotland? Y'all know I like this place. I would live out there low-key. Find me something out in the pastures. Like, put me out somewhere over there or something. You know? Y'all know the vibes.
Incredibly rare preservation. What made it even more remarkable was that it appeared to be a young one, giving researchers insight into how these ancient sea creatures grew. It's hard to imagine, but in the same lands where kangaroos now hop, oceans once stretched wide, ruled by creatures like this. Today, that fossil rests safely at the Museum of Tropical Queensland, a perfect time capsule from a forgotten sea. Giant's Door.
It is. Nephilim Door.
A lone hiker.
Hold it. Somebody gave me the Finberry cologne. God bless in the mighty name of Jesus. Hard to say the Bible isn't truth. Keep up the good work. You already know, my brother. I appreciate you.
Wandering through a canyon in the American Southwest, stumbled upon something extraordinary. A massive stone doorway carved into the cliffs, standing nearly 60 feet tall and 15 feet wide. It looked as if it belonged to another world. Locals call it the Nephilim Door, believing it might be tied to ancient legends of giants. Its smooth surface and porch-like frame made it look eerily designed. Some say it leads to hidden chambers. Others believe it only opens through ancient rituals. Whatever the truth, that silent doorway remains sealed, a mystery carved into stone, waiting for the right moment to reveal what lies beyond.
Near where the Citadel was discovered in the Grand Canyon.
Otherworldly skull.
Human-like, only much bigger and a little stranger. Next thing you know, you have a Cyclops.
While tending
Get it off the screen, quick!
fields in the Midwest, a group of farm workers struck something solid beneath the dirt. As they dug deeper, a massive skull began to emerge, larger than any animal they'd ever seen. Its most unsettling feature was a single hollow opening right in the forehead.
How many people do we have in here? It literally says out of memory. I don't know how many people are in here. However many people are in here, we need to get the likes to at least half. So if there's 700 people in here, I would like it at least 350 likes, please.
Experts were called in, and theories began flying. Could this be the remains of a real Cyclops? Some suggested a genetic condition known as cyclopia, but others believed it hinted at something ancient and forgotten. The skull measured nearly 9 feet in proportion, and even today, no one can say with certainty where it truly came from.
We in the ancient realms. Oh, it says ancient remains.
Ancient remains. Near the Tyrrhenian Sea in Italy, archaeologists uncovered something remarkable: the remains of 9 Neanderthals, hidden deep inside a prehistoric cave known as Guattari. The discovery revealed a timeline stretching back.
I guess that's it. Did you guys hear about that jewel heist? Yeah, there's a jewel heist. Where was it? In Louisville year. Louvre. I don't know. Something like that. Oh, here's all the pieces they took. If you guys didn't know. Look at this. They done snatched up this pearl crown. Look at that. That's pearls, right? That has to be like a special pearl for it to look like an eye drop. They done snatched that out. Look at this encrusted jewel bow tie. Look at the sharp little edges. They done took off with the crown, the earrings, and the necklace. They are going crazy. And this is the craziest piece out of all of them. This necklace emerald set. This is out of control. And then they drop the crown outside. Yeah, that stuff's wild, y'all. Yeah, that thing was absolutely insane. But yeah, y'all. I'm tired. Got a lot going on behind scenes. Trying to get ready for winter. Like what they say on that show, Game of Thrones, the winter is coming. The code word for today is adventure. If you made it this far, the code word is adventure. We be on a whole new adventure now. You know, we can go anywhere, guys. I'm excited. I'm gonna go to sleep smiling, knowing that, you know, whenever we start looking stuff up on this waters, we can actually go look at it and get a 360 visual around it. You know, that's pretty cool. You know, and I just want to say thank you. I love you guys. And yeah, till next time. Peace out. Hope you all have a great night, great dreams, and see you tomorrow.